By the time Karen reached the next stage of her obsession, I was beginning to suspect that logic and law alone wouldn't deter her. Only an equal measure of spectacle could. Her latest stunt? Blocking my driveway with her Lamborghini. Not just any vehicle, but a flashy, attention-grabbing Lambo, polished to a mirror shine and parked diagonally to completely prevent access. I arrived at the property early one morning, ready to inspect the south pastures. The moment I crested the hill, I saw it. The low, gleaming supercar, parked like a fortress. Karen stood nearby, arms crossed, smirking with the smug confidence only she could muster. "Can't go anywhere, can you?" she taunted. This is what happens when HOA rules aren't followed. I slowed, studying the scene. My first instinct was irritation, but then a smile crept across my face. Karen had just overplayed her hand, dramatically, predictably, and, as I quickly realized, humorously. I walked over to my shed and tapped a code into a keypad. Moments later, the massive armored tank I had custom modified for ranch use, for emergency situations, wildlife control, and apparently overzealous HOA members rumbled to life. Karen's eyes went wide. What is that?" I climbed into the driver's seat, the hatch closing with a hydraulic hiss. "Your Lambo is in the way," I said simply. "Move along or I will," she screamed, flailing her arms. "You can't. That's dangerous. People will be hurt." I smiled behind the reinforced visor. "This is why you shouldn't park illegally on private property with someone who owns a tank." The tank's engine growled as I eased it forward. Karen stumbled backward, waving her arms, still in shock. The Lambo, unable to resist physics and my precise driving, shifted slightly, not destroyed, but just enough to make a statement. Its tires squirmed against the gravel, scraping slightly, and the vehicle rolled safely to the side. "You see," I said, stepping out calmly. "Your attempts to block access have consequences. But, in this case, you're lucky. I'm giving your car a gentle nudge, not a full demolition." Karen's face was a mix of horror and rage. This is harassment. I'm going to sue. Everyone will know what you did." I gestured toward my phone, recording everything. "Feel free to try. You'll be citing trespassing and obstruction, and the tank footage will back me up. Plus, the local authorities have already been notified of your illegal blockade." Within minutes, deputies arrived to witness the aftermath. Karen was cited for trespassing, obstruction of private property, and illegal parking on private land. Her HOA allies, who had gathered to support her stunt, quickly realized the danger and backed away. By evening, the story had gone viral locally. Ranch owner uses tank to move overzealous HOA member's Lambo. Karen's reputation took another catastrophic hit. She had tried to intimidate me with her flashy car, only to be completely outmatched. Legally, physically, and socially. I sat on the porch later, watching the sunset over the driveway, the tank parked peacefully in the barnyard. My ranch remained secure. My neighbors laughed at the absurdity of the incident. And Karen? She had once again proven that overreach, when met with preparedness and authority, always ends in humiliation. Some people try to control others with bravado. Karen tried with a Lambo, and I responded with a tank. The lesson? Never underestimate who owns the land, and never underestimate their arsenal of lawful, creative solutions.